Hello, today we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a quick tutorial on using the Big Bite Crop-A-Dile by We Are Memory Keepers. We had a lot of questions on how do you exactly set a brad? How do you set an eyelet? So the first thing we're going to do is this has 3 settings. You have your 3/16 hole punch, your 1/8 hole punch, and this setting up here is what actually will set your eyelet. You will also notice that down here, these turn. They also have letters and numbers on them. When you buy your Big Bite, you get a nice little chart that gives you all the letters and numbers and what goes together when you're doing what. First thing we got to do is we're going to choose our paper. We're going to use just a plain white paper so it shows up better. We're going to go ahead and we're going to push it to our 3/16 hole. We're going to put our paper in, figure out where we want to go. The good thing about this is I can go ahead and I can poke holes all the way almost 6.5 inches into a paper, so I can get to the true middle of a 12 by 12 paper. Put the handle down. We have this nice hole. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to just put the eyelet in the hole, change the setting to the eyelet setting. Make sure we have them right. We're going to go ahead and put it in, smush it down, let it come up, voila, we have a eyelet set. If you notice, I obviously didn't push it down hard enough, which is okay. You can go back in, do the same thing over again, push it down a little harder, and there we have it split and it is truly set. Now it is there to stay, it is not going anywhere. I also have some ladies who asked me how to use a brad. Brads, if you remember, brads are the thing that a lot of us used in grade school. They have the 2 little feet that you have to split. Legs, feet, that you're going to go ahead and split. So what you're going to do is you're just going to put a hole anywhere on your paper. I once again am going to use my Big Bite. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use the 1/8 inch hole. Poke it wherever I need to poke it at. Take my brad, poke it in, flip it over, spread its 2 legs, and then we're done. That is, in a nutshell, how we set an eyelet and we place a brad. If you have any questions, please be sure to give us a call, stop by, or email us. Thanks. Have a great day. This next video we're going to watch is a segment that we have on our blog called Kids Scrap. That segment coincides with a class we offer called Kids Scrap. What it is we teach scrapbooking and crafting to young kids. So in these Kids Scrap videos, I have used my children to demo the product. You will see that we keep it relatively simple. We want it to be relatively inexpensive. And we want the adult to sit down and engage with their child making these projects.
Welcome to Kids Scrap with Speedy Scrappers. We are now going to complete the Just Hanging Around page.
The materials needed for this project are, all the paper comes from Kaiser's Crafts Rough and Tumble line. You're going to need 2 sheets of dirty paper, 1 sheet of awesome paper, 1 sheet of action paper. You are also going to need a monkey die cut or sticker, die cut words or letters that spell out just hanging around. The next items you're going to need is photo-safe glue, a paper cutter, used only with adult supervision, and a black ink pad. The last items are optional embellishments. We're going to have photo turns and brads. The next step in this project is to cut the paper. Do not cut the dirty paper. We're going to use this for your background paper. So once again, you are not going to cut that paper. We are going to cut the Austin paper. We're going to cut 2 strips of it in 2 3/4 by 12. We're going to cut 2 strips, 3 by 12. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut the action paper. We're going to use that for photo mats. We're going to cut 3 of them at 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and 4 of them at 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. The next step of this project is to glue the strips together. We're going to glue the small one, striped side showing, to the middle of the large one, green side showing. Do this to both strips. Then glue both strips in the middle of the base page. The next step is to glue the monkey and the words "just hanging around" down to your page. The next thing that you're going to do is, after you have inked the edges with your black ink of your photo mats, you are going to glue your photo mats down. The last step is to add the optional photo turns and brads.
Thank you. Ta-da!
There you have it, your "just hanging around" page for your scrapbook. This video is another Kid Scrap segment that is, I think, about a minute long, maybe slightly more, that they're actually using a product, slide mounts, that was not selling very well in our store. As soon as the video went on our blog, we have dramatically sold these slide mounts. It's a relatively very inexpensive project that you can do with the children, and the adults like that.
Welcome to Kid Scrap with Speedy Scrappers.
Slide mounts, letters, good, background paper, okay, and embellishments, optional.
For each letter of your name, glue the background paper to the back of your slide mount.
Next, you're going to add the letter to your slide mount.
The next step is to add embellishments if you would like. Then glue your letters to your ribbon. Ta-da! You now have a name flag using slide mounts. Bye!
This last video is a video that I did to coincide with a class and a new product we're carrying in our store. We begun carrying Copic markers, and what I did was I just really quickly showed a couple tidbits of shading with that, and wanted to pull them in either to go to the class or to purchase the product.